So I think Catfish and the Bottlemen are probably my favourite new band of the year. In fact, I'll say that without a doubt.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm sure actually. You're the best new band of the year.
Thank you.
And
you've made my favourite band.
You've made this album, which we should talk about because this is your calling card, this record.
Yeah, make or break moment, I guess.
And also, you're probably sick of the sight of me, seeing as I follow you around on tour.
No, mate, not at all. Steve's the first ever person to play us on the radio when I was 14, and he said that I was a poetic genius. That was his phrase, and I went into school the next day. I was like giving it to all the girls, like, what Lamacq called me last night. So, yeah, I owe it to you. I owe a lot to you, mate.
And it only took you 7 years to get here.
I know, mate. It's grafted. I know. It's my mum and dad is trying to kick me out of the house now. Like, I owe a lot of people a lot of money. Say that.
Where are you from?
Us as a band, or like me?
Both.
We're from all over the place, really. Like our guitar players, Geordie. My family are from just outside Liverpool, a place called Widnes. But the first 2 years of my life I spent around Australia because my mum and dad moved out there, had me out there, and then the band's lived in Llandudno, in North Wales, all our lives. So grown up there, so all over the place, really. It's a bit of a weird one.
And for people who don't know, how did you come across this name, Catfish and the Bottlemen?
The story behind that, it's a good story. This, like, my mum got run over when she was younger, couldn't have kids, and my dad really wanted a family. So, like, to try and start again, my dad flew him out, ran off to Australia together. Despite doctors saying there's no way they're gonna be able to have a kid, not even with like IVF treatment or anything like that, my dad was like persistent and kept going. And they tried twice for an IVF baby, and they were working 2 jobs and putting all their money towards it, trying like their utmost to have me basically. And then on the last attempt, which was going to be the last attempt because they were like it's killing them to keep not happening. They went for it, and then I popped out. Like, I just scored the World Cup final winner, and then we just kind of travelled around Australia for like 2 years, just in the back of the car. And my first memory of music was being sat outside this cafe as like a nipper, and there was a guy playing like a wine bottle, like a fishing line with wine bottles on it. It was called Catfish the Bottleman. So I thought it'd be an apt thing to call the band after it being my first recollection of music, really. There you go.
So Homesick then, tell us about this. Can you remember writing it?
Me and Bob, our drummer, we were playing in this little cellar bar in Llandudno, like we were trying to get our name about. So we went around flyering, like in the middle of the night, flyered the whole town. So literally, when you drive through town, every single wall was just Catfish and the Bottlemen posters about the gig we were playing. And this guy tried to start a fight with me for putting it on his pub, you know, like where he had his bands on. I put it on his pub and he tried to beat me up and like rip them down and that. But I remember while we were walking around, I had an acoustic guitar and I wrote that riff, recorded it into my phone. I remember thinking that's the first guitar part I haven't stolen. Like, I thought, I've just wrote my first, you know, like I hadn't pinched that from anywhere.
Are you the central character in your songs, or are you playing the part of somebody else?
I always sing everything from my point of view because I think it comes across, you feel it more if you feel like somebody's singing to you, you know what I mean? So like, I am in about 90% of them, but a lot of stuff like I take from, like say my dad comes in drunk and says like slurs out a one-liner, and I'd be like, I'll have that, pens out. I write a lot about the people around me, and living in like Llandudno, it's such a small town, you kind of just hear good songs. Like when you're just at the bar, you hear somebody talking about something and you think, that's good, what did he just say? You know what I mean? And you just take I'm always writing little one-liners people say to me on my phone, you know, when they're drunk and that. So they're all true stories, you know, every single song's a true story, but everything's mainly about something that's happened to me, but a few little snippets from other people's lives as well.
Kathleen, which has simpatico as a word in a song, that's really quite clever. Well done
thank you
for slipping that in. Where was the germ of this idea from? Because is it a song about friendship, or an unequal sort of friendship?
It's like, it's about being infatuated with somebody, but like in a bad way. You know, the person you call when you're tanked up and you know it's over and you know that you don't get on and you're always fighting, but something keeps bringing you back no matter how much it drives you crazy. Like, so that song is about just basically being like mad for somebody, but as soon as you're with them, being like, I don't want to be here. You know what I mean? Like, everyone's had that. So it's like,
it is that classic, isn't it? You can't live with them,
yeah,
and you can't live without them.
That's what my dad used to say about my mum.
Really?
He used to say that about my mum, yeah, because she was just, my mum's not, she's a nutcase. But yeah, it is, yeah. So it's basically about a song about that, and Yo Simpatico bit. I thought I was the first person on the planet to use that in music, and I thought I was a genius. And then our manager's boyfriend texted me saying, "Have you ripped that off a Charlatans album?" Is that right? Is there a Charlatans album with that?
Might be, yeah, actually.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I think that's